Now at 6, an elderly Miami woman makes an RV purchase that turns into a fight with a local business. Plus, KOAM's Anthony Saviello takes us to Lamar, Missouri, where the PBR Challenger Series gets ready to launch from the chute. And KCU Joplin gives back to the community with its annual We Care event.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A 75-year-old Miami woman is battling a camper seller after the $8,500 camper she bought suffered major water damage following recent rains. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. KOAM's Fernanda Silva has the story.
Della Louise Whitlock bought a camper at the beginning of August, expecting to take it to the lake and live there. Just a couple of days after the purchase, heavy rain hit, and she had an unpleasant surprise.
When Louise bought the camper, it looked good, just like this area does now. But after the first rain, the infiltrations became apparent.
This is water in the wall.
When we got to looking, the flooring, the carpeting was all wet. The mattress and the sponge that they had on top of the mattress was all stuck together.
This is what was neatly hidden.
Jeff Baker, owner of JB Mobile RV Repair, took a look at the videos of Whitlock's camper, made after the rain.
You would have seen slight discoloration, and you'd have noticed there had been wrinkling in that paneling. You can tell up here all the little pinholes. That's a telltale sign.
What does that mean?
That means that there's been water.
Whitlock contacted the seller. According to her, he said that he'd give her the money back, but he never did. We also tried contacting the seller several times with no response. A woman who sells campers in the same lot said that they are buy-as-is business. She also said Whitlock and her kids were aware of that.
I was told that it was in good condition, everything worked, there were no leaks.
Baker recommends to any potential buyer to make an inspection.
The number one thing we find when people buy a used trailer is water damage. And it doesn't take much of it to become a very expensive repair.
If the buyer can't afford an inspector, Baker recommends checking the roof for soft spots and looking for anything that doesn't feel solid.
A lot of times on the walls, there's nothing behind them, especially on interior walls. Exterior walls in the corners is your main areas you want to focus when looking, because most of the time a leak will start in a corner of a roof.
Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
Besides being concerned with possible infiltrations, buyers should make sure that the trailer has water and power hooked up. You also want to make sure all the appliances work. Well, after a rather chilly morning, the heat returns. Meteorologist Sam Lane joins us with a first look at weather.
That's right, Tanya. We were close to record lows this morning with temperatures in the 50s and 60s across the area. You can see that on the map. We were down to 53 in Garnett. That's just absolutely wonderful. 61, around 60 here in the Joplin area, 63 in Monette. A little bit warmer down to the south, but this afternoon, with all the dry air in place, it allowed temperatures to really warm up into the upper 80s to lower 90s, especially out towards the west. 90 at Fredonia. And taking a look at this evening, we're going to see temperatures dropping through the 80s down to about 70 degrees by tomorrow morning. And looking down the lane, we're going to have a hot weekend in store, a heat wave next week, and low rain chances next weekend. And of course, the drought is going to be worsening, and the heat's going to be with us longer than 8 seconds, so you need to hang on, and we'll have more details on that in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Sam. Well, hang on for 8 seconds, that is. The PBR Challenger Series makes an official event stop at the Freeman Outdoor Event Center in Lamar, Missouri, and that's where KOAM's Anthony Saviello joins us now live.
Thanks, Tanya. I'm here with Wyatt Rogers. He's a professional bull rider participating today. He's also a part of the Kansas City Outlaws. Wyatt, talk to me a little bit about kind of how you got started in bull riding here.
I just grew up in a country family. My dad and my mom, they both rodeoed on each side, and it was just in my genes that this is what I wanted to do since day one of being born, and I'm just glad to be a cowboy.
Absolutely. So, you know, what kind of preparations are you doing throughout the week to prepare you for an event like today?
Lots of core training and running. I run about 5 miles a day and just putting in the work to be prepared to ride these beasts.
Yeah. Are you riding a bull every day, or like how does that practice work as well?
Very rarely ride a bull, just the danger factor, you want to limit that. So ride a horse bareback a lot and like just a lot of more safe practice, I guess.
I mean, what's your mindset when you're on that thing? You know, as soon as that gate opens, you have a 2,000-pound bull underneath you. You know, that's a lot of bull. Like, what's your mindset right there?
Just do my job. I spent my life training for this, and if you got time to think on the bull, you're probably going to fall off on the ground the next jump. So it's just got to react and just follow his lead.
Absolutely. And, you know, lastly, coming out to a small town like this here in Lamar, being a part of this community and having them come out here and support you guys even as much as like those big towns, like how does that feel?
Oh, it's great. Last year was my first year here in Lamar, and the crowd was electric, and they got loud, and they was really into the bull riding, and that makes our day just so much better, and it's easier to do our job if you're entertaining the fans and they cheer loud for you.
So I'm assuming you're ready for tonight.
Excited.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Wyatt. Appreciate it. Tanya, we're coming back to you.
All right. You guys have fun out there. Hang on.